self-destruction. It ain't nobody doing it to you. It ain't nobody forcing you nothing. You are self-destructing yourself. Okay?
Melody, Shari, and LaTisha Scott has reached a new level. And what's coming next might change everything we thought we knew. You'd think their issues were over. But Melody just dropped what fans are calling the biggest truth bomb in OWN. Network history, and LaTisha might want to stay off social media for a while. For years, these two went from business besties to frenemies to full-blown rivals. But what if the real story runs deeper? What if this isn't just about cheating rumors or shady comments, but about betrayal, power, and a secret that could rewrite everything in Huntsville? And no, this time it's not gossip. Leaked dimes, secret recordings, and even anonymous emails have started circulating. If what's inside them is true, Melody's so-called healing era might actually be her revenge era in disguise. Let's rewind to where it all began. Back when Melody and LaTisha were Huntsville's golden girls. They were always smiling, celebrating wins, and building businesses side by side. They were proof that friendship and success could mix. But fame changes everything. When Love and Marriage Huntsville first aired, the two were inseparable until cracks began to show. It started when Melody's marriage with Martell Holt began to fall apart publicly. His cheating became national gossip, and while Melody tried to heal, she started to see people's true colors. Her pain made her sharper, more focused. Suddenly, every cryptic post she made online sounded like a message about fake loyalty and unfaithful husbands. One post, "If some phones got unlocked, empires would fall," exploded online. Fans quickly pointed fingers at the Scotts, and the whispers began. LaTisha tried to stay graceful. She smiled in interviews, posted family pictures, and defended her husband with poise. But behind the scenes, sources say she was breaking. The gossip wouldn't stop, and every time Melody posted another mysterious quote, LaTisha felt another sting. Meanwhile, her husband Marceau didn't help. When asked about cheating rumors, he laughed and said, "Men don't cheat. We just do research." To fans, that sounded smug and guilty. To LaTisha, it was humiliating. Melody, on the other hand, looked like a woman reborn, bold, confident, and unapologetically real. To her supporters, she was a truth-teller and symbol of female empowerment. To her critics, she was messy, vindictive, and addicted to attention. But love her or hate her, she had everyone watching. Then came LaTisha's breaking point. The rumors had spread so far that even her children started hearing about them at school. That's when she snapped. She went live on Instagram, eyes red, voice trembling, and said she was done staying quiet while her family was used for clicks and views. She never said Melody's name, but everyone knew who she meant. The internet blew up instantly. Some praised her for defending her family, others accused her of playing victim. And just as her live went viral, a blog dropped grainy footage of Marceau at a hotel with another woman. The video wasn't clear. But it didn't matter. Hashtags like #ScottScandal and #HotelGate were everywhere. Melody stayed silent at first. And in Huntsville, silence means power. 3 days later, she broke that silence with a short Instagram clip. Soft piano music playing while she said, "I believe the truth always reveals itself." That was it. No names, no details, but enough to send fans into a frenzy. Behind the scenes, LaTisha was furious. She reportedly confronted Melody in private, demanding answers, and the conversation ended in shouting and tears. Producers begged both women to stay because the feud had become the heart of the show, too explosive to lose by the next season. Everything felt different. Melody had become calm, confident, and untouchable, while LaTisha looked worn down, guarded, and defensive. Their friendship was gone, replaced by cold tolerance and silent tension. Then another leak dropped, an alleged voice recording of cast members discussing how to keep the feud alive for ratings. No one knew who leaked it, but both women's names came up, sparking new conspiracy theories that the whole thing might be staged. But anyone who saw their raw emotions on camera knew this wasn't acting. It was real pain. Over time, the feud became bigger than Melody and LaTisha. It turned into a story about loyalty, revenge, and how fame can destroy even the strongest bonds. Fans picked sides. Team Melody saw her as the truth teller, rising from betrayal, while Team LaTisha saw her as the loyal wife fighting to protect her family. But in reality, both were trapped in the same cycle. Their lives turned into entertainment for millions of viewers who couldn't look away. In the end, the real question isn't who won, it's who survived. Because what we're watching isn't just reality TV. It's real emotion, real heartbreak, and real people caught in the spotlight. Fame can give you a platform, but it also takes your peace, your privacy, and sometimes even your sense of self. So, what do you think? Was Melody right to speak her truth? Or did she go too far? Was LaTisha justified in defending her family? Or just trying to save face? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget, in Huntsville, the truth never sleeps. And just when fans thought things were starting to calm down, Huntsville delivered another twist that no one saw coming, out of nowhere. New screenshots began circulating, online messages allegedly exchanged between two cast members discussing damage control and narrative strategy. It didn't take long for fans to connect the dots. And suddenly, both Melody and LaTisha were once again trending across every gossip page. The internet detectives got to work analyzing fonts, timestamps, and usernames, trying to figure out who leaked what and why. The chaos reignited old wounds, and before long, both women were back in the headlines, whether they liked it or not. Behind the scenes, insiders claimed that OWN executives were growing nervous. The drama was bringing record-breaking engagement, but it was also dividing the cast and threatening the show's future. Reportedly, producers called a private meeting urging everyone to tone down the online chaos. But for Melody and LaTisha, the damage was already done. Their friendship had become a public battleground. And every silence, every caption, every reaction was now interpreted as a message to the other. Neither could move without the internet dissecting their next step. For Melody, this chapter became a test of self-control. She had learned how to play the fame game, when to speak, when to stay silent, and how to use mystery as her power. Her calmness made her unpredictable. And that's exactly what kept fans glued to her page. LaTisha, on the other hand, struggled with exhaustion. She wasn't just fighting rumors. She was fighting to hold her family together in a world that turned her personal life into a talking point. Friends close to her said she often questioned whether staying on the show was worth the emotional toll. But walking away wasn't an option. The cameras kept rolling, the storylines kept evolving, and the audience kept demanding more. The franchise had turned into a machine, one fueled by heartbreak, betrayal, and speculation. Even when the women wanted peace, the narrative wouldn't let them rest. Every reunion episode became an emotional battlefield. Every apology was questioned. Every tear was analyzed as time passed. Both women began focusing on rebuilding what fame had taken from them: peace of mind. Melody leaned into her music, her brand, and her children, channeling her energy into growth instead of gossip. LaTisha redirected her focus toward her businesses and family, vowing to rise above the noise. But the truth is, in a place like Huntsville, moving on is easier said than done. Every new season, every cast update, every cryptic Instagram post pulls them both back into the storm. Still, there's something poetic about it all. Two women who once stood side by side now stand on opposite ends of a story that changed reality TV forever. Their rivalry became a mirror, reflecting how ambition, pain, and public pressure can turn friendship into warfare. And even though both have found their own versions of peace, the scars of that feud still linger in the hearts of everyone who watched it unfold. Because in Huntsville, stories never really end, they just pause until the next secret drops, the next post goes viral, or the next truth bomb explodes. One thing's for sure: as long as there's a camera rolling and an audience watching, the truth will always find its way back to the surface. So buckle up, because this isn't over, not by a long shot. The next chapter of Huntsville's drama might just be the most shocking one yet. Stay tuned, because when it comes to Melody, Shari, and LaTisha Scott, the peace never lasts for long, and the truth never sleeps. just when everyone thought the dust had finally settled. Owen dropped a bombshell announcement that sent shockwaves through. Huntsville, a special reunion episode unlike anything fans had ever seen before. This wasn't just another sit-down. It was being billed as the reckoning. Rumor had it that producers had gathered unseen footage, private messages, and behind-the-scenes clips that never made it to air. And to make things even more explosive, Melody and LaTisha were set to face each other one-on-one, no cast. No distractions, just them and the truth. The day of filming was tense. According to insiders, both women arrived hours early but refused to be in the same room before cameras rolled. Melody was calm, collected, and camera-ready, dressed in all white, a silent symbol of peace